Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today we're talking a little bit more about my winter capsule sewing plans. So back in, September maybe? October? No, I can't remember when. I did my winter capsule plans and put out my PDF to all my newsletter subscribers and was kind of planning out my winter capsule. I went ahead and did my color palette. I do use Everyday Style Circles capsules as kind of like a grid work for myself, but I put together my winter capsule. I will link that original video right here, as well as I'll put it down in the description box. But I went through all the pieces that I'm be putting in my capsule, as well as this is the color palette that I'm working with for my winter capsule, which I just picked based on my own little personal little color palette and my Color Guru color palette. So these are the colors I'm working in for winter. Well, now that the Everyday Style capsule has come out, I'm tweaking things just a little bit, especially, and also as we're getting more into the season where I'm actually wearing the clothes, I'm tweaking things just a little bit. So I wanted to really quickly talk about, in that previous video, I talked about 3 things that I wanted to make for my capsule. So I want to talk about the standing of those 3 things, and then I have 3 additional things that I want to add to that list of things to make for my winter capsule. And then I've got 1 thing that I bought that I want to share with you. So that is what we're talking about today, kind of going over that so that I've got kind of my plans. And none of this is like super hard. Quite a few of these things probably made up in January once we get back from the holiday and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, my winter blurs into my spring quite a bit here as well. We can be cold for quite a while here in Indiana. So I'm not too worried about some of these pieces that I think, I mean, if it's like, you know, mid to end of January before they get made up, I think I'm still going to have plenty of time to wear them for the season is what I'm getting at. Okay, so let's talk first about the 3 things that I said I was going to make in the previous video. The first one of those things was my Frankie Sloan mashup, kind of my sweatshirt. This is the Love Notion Sloan sweatshirt with the Frankie neckline. You guys have seen this already. I'll pop a picture of myself in it. This was my Secret Sewist make from the Love Notions Ambassador group. So I've got this one all nice and made up, and I have been wearing this in my wardrobe. The second thing I was going to make for another dress is my Style Arc Emerson dress. So I did obviously get this made up as well. I wore this at Thanksgiving, so I've been wearing this one. I've been wearing it with tights, especially my fleece line tights, which really almost go more towards a legging because they're fleece on the inside. Love those things. But yes, I have been wearing this as well and really enjoying this one in my wardrobe too. I like the bright pops of orange. It's a very gray day today, and so which is why I'm dressed the way I'm dressed, just to give myself bright and, you know, cheery, which this time of year, you know, going into the holidays, it's kind of cheery anyway. You know, there's Christmas lights out and all sorts of festive things to do, and you know, it's always easy to get through like the end of the year through New Year's, and then January, February hit, and it's just so gray and yucky that I need the bright pops of color. And then the third thing I said I was going to make was just the Love Notions Frankie, just the straight Frankie. And I'm going to film a tutorial on how to do that neckline when I make that up. This will be made up sooner rather than later. I've not made it yet, but I had already showed you guys this sweater knit that I had in my stash. It is from Style Maker Fabrics. I think it's a viscose blend sweater knit. But I'm going to have plenty to make a Frankie and more out of with this. But I am going to be making this, beginning of January. Sometime in the beginning, couple weeks of January, I will have a tutorial or show you my finished Frankie, and also have a tutorial for how I do the neckline, how to sew that neckline. Because it's not hard, but it's just got a few extra steps. So I will be filming that as well when I do make this up. So those are the 3 things I had said that I was going to make up in the previous video. Now, I have purchased 1 thing for my capsule. I've been very curious about these little lady jacket cardigans. Let's see, I think J.Crew has one. Quite a few of the bigger clothing stores have them. So they're like a cardigan, but like a little bit thicker knit, and they've got like the little pockets, and they've got like real pretty big buttons. I actually got this one off Amazon. And I'm really enjoying it. So it's in the camel colorway, which is, you know, in my color palette for the winter. And it's just it's just a cardigan. It's just a button-up cardigan, but it's a little bit cropped, like it's a high hip. And I wore it to church. Let's see, I'm filming this Monday. Wore it to church yesterday. Wore it all day long. It's just really cozy, and I think elevates things just a little bit more than your standard cardigans. So yeah, got this one off Amazon. It does run big. I actually ordered a small, which is never a size I buy, and it fits me just right. So anyway, very good. I'll link this cardigan down below. Comes in just a couple of solids and a whole bunch of stripes. So anyway, I can link it down below if you're interested. Okay, so that is the one thing that I bought. Now, I've asked for a pair of tennis shoes for Christmas, so we'll see if I get those. I would like to add another pair of boots to my wardrobe, tall pair of boots. I need the extended calf. I've got my oxblood boots, which I wear all the time, that oxblood color, but I'm looking for an extended calf that's more of a brown, but I do like the block heel, so I'm on the lookout. So we'll see. I may spend some Christmas money after the holiday is over and find myself a pair. I'm missing my brown boots. I used to have a pair of Cole Haan boots that I wore that were a brown suede, and I ripped the leather. They got a little tight on my calf, and I split the leather. Now, it's not horrible, but I just can't put any more strain on it. So I gave them to my daughter, and she wears them because her skinny little leg doesn't have any strain at all on the stitching, and so you can't even tell that there's a rip in the leather. It's not fixable though, because the leather has actually been ripped. So anyway, she's got those boots now. But I do have my eye on a pair of those. So I've asked for a pair of sneakers, kind of a fun, funky pair of sneakers for Christmas, and then just like casual shoes, and then also we'll see where I land on a pair of taller boots. Okay, and then I've got 3 things that I want to add to my list of things to make. First is a new Hive pullover. I have not washed this fabric yet. This is actually a wool double knit. A viewer gave this to me. They had a few different cuts of wool in my color in the double knit. So I am very thankful. But I think this is going to make like a really. Oh wait, this isn't what I'm using for that. Just kidding. This is not the Hive. This is not the fabric for the Hive. Scratch that. This, I am making a Sew House 7 toaster sweater. And I think it's toaster sweater 2. It's the one that has like kind of the high neck, and it's a little more cropped. I'm saying cropped. When I say cropped, I mean hit me at high hip. There are no midriff showing in my world. That is for my daughter's age range, or people with very toned stomachs, not so much, or for just people that don't care, people that want to embrace their midriff, I should say. I am not one of those people that want to embrace my midriff. So when I say cropped, I mean high hip. But I want to make that Sew House 7 toaster sweater. I think it's number 2. They have a number 1 and a number 2. I think it's the number 2 one, but it's the one that fits a little closer to the body. I think it's the raglan, but it's got kind of it's got a turtleneck, but it's not like a fold over one. I think it just like sits up high. Anyway, I'm going to use this double knit to do that. I am going to wash it. I'm going to do like a hand wash and then let it air dry, because I don't want it to felt. But this is a pretty thick wool double knit in this kind of oatmeal color. And I think I'll just wear this a lot, and it'll be, just like having a sweater. Then for my Hive, I'm using this French terry. That is what I'm doing. As you can see, a big fan of this color, this marigold color. My dear friend Cecile sent this to me from north of the border from Canada, and which was very kind of her to do so. It's a beautiful French terry, and I can't remember if I've washed this or not, so I'm going to wash it again just to be on the safe side. I just don't want any shrinking to happen, but I'm going to do another Hive pullover in this, make it the same way. This French terry has quite a bit of stretch in it though, so I'm going to be able to use the same fabric for the cuffs and for the hemband. So that should work out really, really well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to match the zipper to this color or not. If not, I may, I'll find something that looks nice with it, like a contrast that looks nice. But yes, very excited. I think this will be a nice, happy color to have in that hive pullover. And I probably have enough to do. I mean, I think I've got 3 meters here, I think. So I probably have enough to do a pair of pants if I wanted as well. We'll wait though on that. I'm definitely getting the hive pullover out of this, and then we'll wait and see what else happens with the rest of the fabric. But I may save the rest of the fabric for another project because this is such a great color and I love this color and it's not a common color to find. So I may just save it for something else down the road. All right, and then finally, I have a lot of denim here. I think, I'm trying to remember, I think this may be some of that Cone Mills denim that I bought, like quite a bit of it when they were closing that mill down. I can't remember. I think it's been in my stash for a little bit. But it's just like your standard like indigo color. I have a ton of it. I really want to do a couple of things. I want to make a pair of really wide leg jeans fitted through the hip, like regular fitted through the hip, and then not necessarily a flare, but a wide, like it goes wide from, the crotch all the way down to the ground. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to mash the Love Notions Legato jeans with the Love Notions Largo cargos. So I'm going to do the legatos in the hip, waist area, and then from crotch down and like, I don't know, mid-hip down, I'm going to use the leg of the Largo cargos. So that's, I don't want to go super wide because I do have short legs and, you go super wide and then I get overwhelmed easily. But I want a wide-legged jean. And I'm going to put like a trouser hem on the bottom. So like a thicker hem. I think at the bottom as well. But I've just been seeing them everywhere and I really want a pair. And I really liked the Largo cargos the legatos that I made when that pattern was released last year, I guess. But I had made the petite version and actually I think I needed the regular version. Even though I'm short, my rise isn't necessarily short. So I think I needed the regular rise. It's like a choose your own adventure with that pattern. So I want to do the regular rise with the straight waistband, the curvy butt, and then I think petite. Oh no, I don't think I want to do petite legs. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm using the Largo cargo legs. So yeah. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, and then using the Largo cargos that I've already made up, using that leg from the crotch point down to give myself a nice wide leg. So jeans. I have not made jeans in quite a while, so I'm very excited about getting these cut out. This will probably be like an end of January project, getting my machines all set up and making some jeans. It's just been quite a while since I've made myself. I made my daughter some jean shorts back last summer, but yeah, it's been a while since I've done an actual pair of jeans. And I was getting to a point where I could almost do a pair of jeans in my sleep. So yeah, I'm excited to cut into that and get those made up as well. And I'm happy to say all this fabric is from my stash. Look at me. Pat myself on the back. Feeling very good about that. So there we have it. Those are the additions that I'm going to be adding to my winter capsule plans. So I'll be sewing those up, most of them most likely in January. Again, I do think the Frankie will be coming at you beginning of January. The rest of it, though, might be a little bit more towards the middle of or end of January before you see anything. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any of the fun and exciting sewing projects. That is all I have for today. Friday is Vlogmas week 2. So if you're curious what I've been up to this past week, you'll want to tune in on Friday. And then next Tuesday, I have a pattern release. Very exciting. So if you're looking for a little project to sew over the holidays, if you're off work and all that stuff and just looking for something on the easier side, but still very fulfilling side to make, I have a very exciting pattern release for you guys next Tuesday. So make sure you come back and I'll share that with you next week. Okay, I think that's all I have. I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Get some sewing in. I'll see you guys again on Friday.